Really? We have to go all the way back into underwater? God, I despise waters. I know you still complain about them for this point, Sonic, but the truth is, we have to do it again, except now we need to take control of Bowser. Well, to be more specifically, in a different mode. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Piglet here, and I'm Sonic the Hedgehog here, and we are back for some more yet again for the likes of the Merxy Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Mario Party 10 for the Nintendo Wii U. So, last time we have managed to first time, experiencing the Bowser Party mode in Journey Forms of the first board in that particular mode, now what appears to be Mushroom Park. And despite with how lengthy it was in Journey Forms of Team Mario, but in Team Bowser on the other hand though, holy crap, it actually goes really fast and short. At least because of how the fact that they just seriously got screwed over with those dice rolls in between. Especially noticeable with the actual back 2 spaces space, that they always keep on landing on those spaces every single time, whenever they get like a lower roll or something like that. So either way though, today for this episode for today, that we're about to be exploring onto the second board in Bowser Party mode, which is this time around, we're now going to be exploring onto Whimsical Waters. So either way, and not much change around here apart from the fact that, you know, with that the Dragon Eel treasure segment, that is no longer there in the beginning, but rather later on. And because of this though, and by the way, we actually take control of Bowser to start off with this time around, as opposed to Team Mario, that we'll get to that, you know, switching between them, as long as we can able to actually get onward to the, well, we've already done the Team Mario from the very beginning, in, during the likes of in, Mushroom Park, or actually I'll get to more on that later. Aim for your rivals and press A to attack with the hammer. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different description, unlike the ones in Team Mario, so even then, yeah, when it comes to some of these descriptions for it, that we'd like to read the most, and just in case if you could able to play as Bowser, or for sake of time, that playing as Team Mario or something. So either way though, that's as far as I can usually think about it. So, yeah, obviously today's day is, of course, the 23rd of, well, I would say 23rd of May today, in this case in 2020. So again, there's not much else we can speak of apart from the fact that, as what, I'm assuming Devi and Tiana has already mentioned about this, since, you know, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat's uploading schedule yesterday, about for the fact that we've only got about a week left until the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition will be releasing. So even then, I'm really looking forward to it, and then again, we'll give that game a second chance, and all that stuff. So yeah, you get the idea for that solution. So, okay, so looks like they got one, so even then they can get 2 spaces up ahead, so either way though, we could at least expect it for this point. And by the way, when we're done with the forms of Team Bowser mode, then we can move on to Team Mario. So even then though, and vice versa though, really, to able to switch things up a little bit. Oh sweet, we actually get ourselves a freebie Bowser dice block. And since we haven't taken down that much hearts for Donkey Kong, but hopefully we would be able to take some more hearts down during the forms of the later minigames in the half. So either way, looks like that they just got one again, except the fact that they're going to be landing on that blue dice block space or something. So, although you still need to come across into those Dragon Eel treasures, except if you're playing as Bowser, that you can able to actually decide to trick them. Like, for instance, draw away graffiti and stuff like that, if I could able to do just as this. Like, something is related to likely winning. I do apologize for the actual lack of drawing skills, because I have no idea how am I supposed to able to figure that out. So we'll put win between these 2 treasures here, even though it does show it on the Wii U gamepad, but not on TV. So I think it's pretty obvious because of how the fact that, well, one player can be sneaky with the Wii U gamepad when it comes to the reward system, and then if someone else is playing on the TV, they need to guess. So, either way though, that's as far as I can usually just try to think about it. And, I don't suppose that, the treasures department gets, you know, relatively the same thing. Well, I don't know how do I explain this for the most part, because it's been about, you know, quite a few days actually, since I've managed to able to actually play this board in joining forms of Bowser Party version. So, oh yeah, and every once in a while though is the fact that also there's gonna be a whole bunch of split paths, like specifically in this bit right here, which is the risky route. So you can never really tell what's going on TV, but on the gamepad you can. So even then though, let's go ahead and trick them by let's just put some graffiti stuff like this route right here will be let's just say good, and as far as the bottom routes we'll put in just bad locations. So even then we'll able to deal with all that stuff. And let's see how he finds out in journey forms of that choosing that specific route. And looks like they're going to the good route. Lucky for them, but either way, he just somehow managed to land on that green space, which again it does not do anything. So anyways, let's use 5 of the Bowser dice blocks, so that way we can able to instantly catch up. Like, you know, we actually get ourselves a good roll so far. And let's go ahead and just hopefully try to take down even more hearts. Something's worth mentioning also is the fact that Spike, he's the only playable Mario Party character, which is specifically this game here. So either way though, you just want to point that out right away. So alright, so we've already done this before, so even then though... Oh yeah, there's one thing I should probably point things out right away. That as you can see, that since we actually skipped over some of those cinematic scenes, that sometimes every once in a while though is the fact that we have to actually just play some of these mini-games over and over and over again, but in forms of likely some sort of different stimulations or something. So anyways though, so let's go ahead and... why did I just miss that? Those two just managed to ignore us, even for Spike. But dang, we were so close. But hopefully we'll get them next time around though, whenever we get a chance to able to play the different Bowser minigames, so... I guess that makes it totally obvious for that specific factor. Oh yeah, talking of which actually, is the fact that since there are a grand total of 10 Bowser minigames, so as a result, you might able to actually just to play them over and over again, but with the forms of likely in different times. Speaking of such, I know that Donkey Kong is gonna able to use that. But since whenever they land on that space, there's Nabbit. Which basically that's I think they actually mentioned about that during an E3 2014 Treehouse Live demo, where basically they did say like if you manage to land on that subtract 1 dice block space, that Nabbit were able to steal one of Bowser's dice blocks. So I guess the actual consumers were true after all back in the day. So yeah, that's as far as I was able to classify for something. So. And, oh, poor you, Spike. You only just deal with 1 little damage to that womp. But regardless of such though, we can able to at least still catch up, despite we got ourselves 3 dice blocks instead of, you know, the usual 4. So, at least we still catch up. And let's play a different minigame, although it might not be different though, but hey, at least we'll find out. Alright, so we got Bowser's High Dive, another new minigame that we have not played yet, so again, we'll double check on the list. Tap to choose left or right, try to squeeze them. Or squish them in general. So you have a choice between these 2 platforms right here, and it's your chance to able to squish them. Alright, so let's get to this. We can either just usually just tap between those 2 parts right here. Oh, they've only got 1 health left. Let's see if we can able to finish them off. Alright, come on. How do they evade us? Don't feel bad, Bowser. You get them in another time, but for now, at least we can get somebody. At least we got Spike here. Whew. But Donkey Kong is the only exception. Yeah, because we were literally so close to able to actually just to beat him out with only 1 heart left. I mean, that's just so close. But I would guarantee about the fact that I would assure to you that Donkey Kong might consider getting himself some lucky moments coming up, especially when, you know, dice blocks come in. well, to be more specifically though, Sonic, if he gets like a higher wall by simply defeating that Womp over there, well, it could be a possibility, so. And talking of which, I said that correctly, and, well, we're probably not gonna able to win just yet though, because either way, they got into the halfway point of it right now. It's gonna be one of those moments like this, you know? But hopefully though, we'll get them in time. So yeah, that's all I can really think about it. And since then, we've already mentioned about this since Airship Central or something like that in Mario Party mode, that speaking of which actually, we were originally able to be plan out the next installment of the Maxi Toys unboxing videos, kind of videos, that unfortunately though, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition will not be on the list, probably because of that, you know, we still need to deal with the coronavirus system, and as a result, it makes things a little bit awkward for ourselves just trying to able to record something. So I will classify for able to actually just to go ahead and just say this like, well, we're probably not gonna do those kinds of stuff for a while until, you know, Christmas 2020 at some point, if the year itself has gone really, really awful these days. Alright, so these will be okay for the sake of time, but then again, computer players were able to choose somewhat, you know, they just managed to get themselves a special dice block. Strangely enough, they don't seem to able to go after the hearts for some reason. But either way though, we'll point it out whenever we get onto Team Mario version of that, so. But then again, we'll see what happens there. I believe, speaking of the Dragon Eel segment, is the fact that I'm pretty sure you have to come across into this segment for about 3 times in Bowser Party compared to most of the time in Mario Party mode. I'm guessing the reason why they do that is because, well, it's been like, you know, just trying to like saying no time to waste or something, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and just draw in lose from the top and win from the bottom. So let's see what the actual results can be if Toad managed to choose the route. And ha! We tricked them! Oh wait a minute, they were able to try to avoid a lot of hazards. Ah shoot, I just realized about something. Yeah, but Sirs were able to predict because you know they got themselves the slow dice block and during that particular Dragon Eel treasure segment. Yeah, I was possible that's the same thing. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. But, oh well, no big deal, because we can at least still manage to catch up and join like 13 spaces away from them. At least depending if we can able to get good rolls, not so much. Oh, okay, we actually got the exact number. Even though sometimes though, that it does manage to take a while for this board to able to not only just trying to do in Bowser, Team Bowser, but that could be also same applies to Team Mario as well, because there are going to be a lot of times where you're able to see some long cinematics, like when Bowser decides to swim down and stuff, but it doesn't bother to us at all. But either way though, that's all I can really think about it. Bowser's Wicked Wheel, but this time around take control of Bowser, so slide the stylus across the screen to spin the wheel. Tap to stop it. Okay, so let's get this thing to it. And hopefully we should be able to actually lose some of those hearts between, you know, all 4 players in mind. Well, apart from one exception, which, spoiler warning, until later. But either way though, let's go ahead and just get some hearts out of them. Okay, something worth mentioning also is the fact that sometimes in the final version that the camera angle always differs most of the time. Oh, not again! We off by 1 heart left! But this time around though a different player, which is of course Spike. Hopefully we'll get him at some point during likely for the next minigame. Well, in terms of the Bowser minigames, that's for sure. But at least we did pretty well though, in terms of likely trying to get those hearts in between. And plus, if I recall correctly, we didn't actually come across into a Bowser's Anger tempo, which either way though, that does seems a little bit less common than you think, until whenever we get onto this board again, but on Team Mario. So hopefully we would be able to actually consider this the actual main factor here. Okay, talking of which actually, is the fact that these players right here, as you can see on screen, that for Team Mario team, that we're actually selecting Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Toad, and Spike, which could be resembles to non-human characters or something? Probably so for that, really. So, I would have imagined that Spike will able to obviously try to make things safe, although nothing matters anyway, because despite they got into home straight and everything. Oh yeah, something's worth mentioning is the fact that the actual circular bit is actually a lot different compared to the ones in the forms of the Mario Party mode. I'm guessing it's probably because that they just want to able to go, well, simple and straightforward kind of path or something, so... Well, nothing matters anyway though, because either way though, hopefully we're able to catch up to Spike, and hopefully we should able to win no matter what for Team Bowser himself. Even though Bowser might actually get to say like, how dare you betray me after Mario Party 9 boss battle department. Well, at least in terms of Magma Mine, that's for sure. Bowser's Paintball. I really like that name actually, for the sake of this minigame right here. Control the flippers with ZL and ZR buttons, attack with the spiked balls. This minigame is pretty cool though. It's like a pinball, but except, well, you have to demolish them, so... But either way though, there was actually a couple of casino-y kind of contraptions, like the flippers, bumpers, and anything. And, well, since we actually did manage to finish off Spike at the end, so as a result, we win in Team Bowser in Whimsical Waters. Yeah, self-explanatory, but even then though, I will say that the length itself is actually a lot better than the likes of how quick and fast that goes during Mushroom Park, because seriously, why did they go back onto that, back two spaces space over and over and over again? Like, I don't understand. Or maybe Sonic is all depending on luck, really. But anyways, they're off by 15 spaces left to the goal. And we get more Mario Party points for doing so. So either way though, that's all I can really think of. And we reached to the 5th round, as far as I'd like to say for this point. Second win in Team Mario, and a bit of loss in Bowser team. So even then though, I guess that's pretty much it. And we'll meet you guys there for Team Mario for pretty much the same deal. Except, you know. Alright, another jump cut later, as well as that long lengthy loading times later. That way we can able to play this board for probably the final time for the sake of this Let's Play, and finally, perhaps even most notably, we've now changed the role within Team Mario. And also, we got ourselves a different submarine to the table, like the Blooper submarine. It almost kind of reminds me of something related to Mario Party 9 in Blooper Beach kind of submarines like this, except the fact that notable changes to the forms of how the fact that with between Mario Party 9 counterparts than 10 counterparts is that the default submarine back in Mario Party 9 in Blooper Beach, that the color of that submarine you start off with is actually blue, whilst in Mario Party 10 this time around though you start with orange submarine instead. Which kind of feels like an opposite version of between the two, but either way though, that's why I just want to point it out. And also the player choice is relatively the same, well, except a notable difference is that we are now taking control of Spike. Because, well, we already just managed able to play as both Toad and Yoshi and Donkey Kong in the actual Mario Party mode, so there's no point for able to actually discuss onto that specific stuff. So either way though, we're clearly trying to able to actually noticing for this fact. And hopefully by that time, whenever we get onto tomorrow's video, that we're able to hit on to the final board until tomorrow for Bowser Party. Which, you know, the Chaos Castle to me though is probably the best board of the whole entire game in my opinion. I know some people seem to have their own opinions as well, but I'm sure most people seem to find this pretty obvious. And once again, we land on that minus Bowser dice block from that, you know, just trying to able to let Bowser have a lot of disadvantages right here. That's pretty poor for that number right there. But I think you only have like 2 chances with this specific of the forms of that re-roll kind of segment. Oh, that's even almost close, but full space is behind. It looks like, the other thing about it though is the fact that Bowser might actually have himself this rough start. And now we get onto Bowser's angry kind of mode. By the way, if you're able to actually go further away from Bowser, if you're in a team of Mario, or Team Mario I should say, at least depending on how good your rolls are, we can actually get ourselves some more hearts. How's that for that? So yeah, if you manage to go further away from Bowser when you're in Team Mario, what happens is that Bowser Jr. will able to give Bowser his extra boost, mainly whenever we get on to his turn right here, well after we're done with this entire ordeal. Oh, really? We got one thanks to that very crazy spastic, well, I don't know how to say for that in this country, because that word, as we said, is actually kind of a rude word. Which, because of that though, we just keep thinking of Mario Party 8. Oh, I'm really sorry for this point, guys. Anyway though, so let's go ahead and just check out the treasure chest right here. And I think we have to choose it for Toad. Let's go for this treasure chest here. Oh, we're so sorry. Yeah, if you manage to get the bone fin right here, as you already saw, whenever we deal with the Team Bowser mode first, I'm pretty sure if you're able to actually just to choose the bone fin, you'll lose half of your hearts. I keep on saying mini stars for some reason again. Anyway, let's move on to the risky route. And once again, we need to choose something for Toad, except now there is no graffiti, so do we have to go this way? How's that? Hooray! Because previously they went down there and they just managed to get too bad on there. And also, another Bowser's dice block has been lost. So yeah. Alright, so let's see if how Yoshi's going to go for this point. 5. Will that be enough? Or maybe... well, at least we got some hearts though. Yeah, no, so at least we'll take it. 21 spaces away from Bowser. That's actually kind of further away from him, actually. So yeah, whenever he, as you can see that right there, as what Piglet has said this before, Bowser Jr. might actually help him out, and he gave him his dice block back after Nabbit stealing from it. I will imagine about the fact that he won't have enough rolls to able to catch us up anytime soon. And it turns out, oh, that's even worse. Even though he only got 11, but I don't think he's gonna catch up for any moment. Look at him go! He was swimming! He was swimming under the ocean. I found it kind of hilariously entertaining whenever I saw that particular movement. Almost unlike the ones in Mushroom Park as well as Chaos Castle, that all what Bowser does is just well, walk. Oh, we're so close to able to finish him off completely, but off by 1 health left. But luckily, Donkey Kong was able to deal with the job after all, so we can at least able to let him finish him off for good. It doesn't matter what number we can get, but Donkey Kong gets a 5. So hooray, we can able to get ourselves even more hearts, so even then we're able to get 13 each between us and Donkey Kong and Yoshi, except Toad because we accidentally choose him Bone Fin as in the forms of the hazard. And now we move on to the second half of the board, as in Team Mario, even though we've already noticing that already after the events of Team Bowser mode. Alright, let's get away from him as much as possible if we're expecting so. Alright, so let's see what we have. So Toad is gonna get himself another 6, okay. We're actually doing pretty good so far in terms of dice rolls and everything. Way more up there compared to the forms of how it does it on Mushroom Park, that's for sure. Because we keep on getting lower rolls. Alright, so another Dragon Eel segment. Let's choose this cool treasure this time. Oh, we're so sorry, Toad! Oh my god, what is going on with luck dependent? Oh well. At least we still live though, for 13 hearts apiece. We would pay attention to that gold treasure instead. I have no idea what's going on. And the final Dragon Eel segment is just at the very end, so we need to make our way from there as quickly as possible. Since that the other team went down there, we got Miss Unfortunate right there. Because they actually went down there last time, so we'll just go up, as in this time. But again, if you're able to be on Team Mario, you never know what the pathways are going to be. Whilst unlike Team Bowser, that you can perfectly see everything. And we get 2, so this means that, yeah, we're going back 2 spaces. Fine, fair enough. I would imagine how the fact that Bowser will definitely catch us up right now. Oh, okay, so he now got himself another dice block thanks to Helper Jr. So, yeah, I would imagine he will definitely catch up for this point right now. So let's see how many numbers will he might as well get. Oh, not enough, but for his reroll, I think he'll give us his chances now. Yep, he catches up right now. So I believe it's about time to able to play through another Bowser minigame. It took him long enough to able to catch us to it. Even though he might have get himself his rough starts during the forms of this board, but still. Alright, Bowser, do your usual bit. Alright, so let's see what minigame we're playing through. Okay, Bowser's Fireball Fury. I think we've already played this before, as in the forms of Team Mario, so there's no point able to just knowing the actual instructions again. Plus, we haven't got into this point within Team Bowser mode. But hopefully, Sonic, we'll hope so, until when we get into the, you know, the final board in Bowser Party, so... Anyway. Oh, jeez, we got cornered! Ah, God. Oh my goodness. Ah, God. We lost 2 health. But luckily for Toad, he still managed to survive after his bad luck department. But at least on the upside, though, that he only still in the game within 1 heart left. But then again, though, if your heart still remains 1, if you somehow made mistakes during the board game department, what the hell? What is going on with the... Ugh. It happens again! It happened again after Mushroom Park! Ah, oh, jeez Louise, man. Alright, Bowser sues the slots. Then again, we played this before, so there's no point. Just have to dodge a lot of bullet bills, that's all you have to really think of. Alright, something's worth mentioning also is the fact that I'm pretty sure Duffy has not even mentioned about this, and that was the fact that, well, we used to have ourselves the Super Monkey Ball game on the iPhone, which is the Sudoku edition, but ultimately speaking, we no longer have that game anymore, just because, well, we were originally trying to able to do with that Let's Play to begin with, but unfortunately speaking is the fact that we haven't touched that game since. Plus, not to mention though, is the fact that that game does require a lot of tilting controls compared to the ones and how it does it in most iPhone games that we have, like you know, Super Mario Run and Dr. Mario World and Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, and CD on the iPhone versions. Speaking of Dr. Mario, actually, that we were originally about to give up on that game after likely at the end of 2019, but every now and then we just managed to got that game back, despite the fact that we have to do with the microtransaction events again. So even then though, plus the reason why we actually got that game again now, because of how the fact that we just felt incredibly bad for it now, especially because, well, we've missed out a lot of those events during the forms of the past few months, that the last time we touched upon Dr. Mario World was actually by the end of 2019, after giving up on it so much, but every now and then now we've actually got that game again this time around. And let's just wait until when, God knows if, I don't know if Mario Party will get its treatment on the actual smartphones, because, well, again, that it's all just likely, you know, the COVID-19 does have its, like, conquered its own thing, which I have no idea why I just say things like that. Probably because there's not much else to say for the sake of time. Alright, so we got 4, 5, 6 dice blocks, so hopefully we should be able to make our way towards the end of the actual, that point right there, even though I'm pretty sure Bowser will still catch us up. So, Yeah, it should be interesting. Even though we still haven't heard from Cap King 74 just yet though, but for what you've told us is the fact that he might actually cause the coronavirus to begin with, so let's just hope he feels makes it a little bit better for him, but let's just hope for God forbid if he does not, you know, let's not mention about this right now, because, you know, it's just scary, that's all there is to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and play through Bowser's Bogus Bingo again, and let's go for a different card within 3 Cheep Cheeps, 4 Koopa Troopas, and 2 Goombas. And seems that Donkey Kong does manage to get himself his riskiest card, which contains not only 3 Boos, but also 3 Urchins and 3 Cheep Cheeps. So, as for Yoshi though, he got 2 Goombas and 2 Boos and 4 Bob-Bombs and only 1 Cheep Cheep, so that seems as not much. Talking of which, Yoshi might actually lost 1 heart. Oh, that's not good for him. Alright, let's see what... Sometimes it takes absolute forever whenever he's trying to deal with that specific stuff, enjoying hard difficulty for that. That's a bit of unfortunate for both Yoshi and Donkey Kong. In fact, gotta think about it, I'm pretty sure Yoshi will be out. Yeah, because I can definitely see his little table that he got 6 lines. Jeez, I feel sorry for him now. But he's still in the game, and, well, Donkey Kong sadly just lost 1 heart. Now it's the last round. Please don't get ourselves our Cheep Cheeps or Koopa Troopas for that matter. Cheep Cheeps! Why? We'll take 1 heart away. It doesn't bother me that it doesn't really bother me at all. But it seems Yoshi's got screwed over by the end for the sake of time. But, oh, look at that. We actually got 7 hearts each now. Well, between us and Donkey Kong. That seems interesting enough. But at least we're still in the game. Alright, let's see how well we're gonna able to deal with all that stuff. I suppose we can able to utilize 4, 5, 6 dice block as it is. So we'll at least go for that. We'll take 4. We'll take 4. Plus, because we are super safe when it comes to landing on that green space. And meanwhile, we're able to get on to the final Dragon Eel segment right here. So hopefully we should able to revive not only Toad, but Yoshi as well, if we're able to guess which one of the treasure chests it actually contains. For the sake of time, let's go for the gold treasure. Well, let's go for silver. Even though we're originally trying to able to go ahead and get to select the gold treasure chest, but nope. Because it obviously contains a special dice block. We could go for that the first chest over there, but sadly that's not the case. Because we already chose the silver chest. And this is the final time we'll be seeing a Dragon Eel on this board, because nonetheless we're pretty much almost close towards the end right now. Yeah, I just want to classify that for the same thing as well. Alright, it's green spaces. Oh wow, we land on so many of those green spaces. Anyway, Yoshi will guarantee to get himself a 5. So even then, we made it towards the end. And hopefully we should be able to receive a superstar nonetheless. Oh, Dry Bones is back. Gee, I wonder what the superstar is going to be hiding in. I would imagine if this will be Dry Bones again, then, well, I suppose we'll go for him, I suppose. Let's see how he finds out. Huh? A second time? The second time that's been happening. That Dry Bones is hidden the superstar itself. Gee, wouldn't have imagined until whenever we get onto the third and the grand finale board in Bowser Party until likely tomorrow, but seriously? Is that all you have to choose, Bowser? For the sake of Dry Bones? Could I at least go for Bowser Jr. or Petey Piranha for that matter? Or even somebody else for that matter? Unbelievable you are sometimes. Anyway, that pretty much takes care of the forms of Whimsical Waters. Thankfully, it's actually a little bit of a decent length after all. But until whenever we get on to Chaos Castle until again tomorrow, let's take a look at the photographers and stuff. A bit of loss. And as far as the next page goes, that we got ourselves a second wind due to the Dragon Eel treasure. So I guess we'll pretty much get things off here at this point in time, folks. Join us tomorrow for more of Let's Play of Mario Party 10. It's the fact that we're going to be hit on to the grand finale of the Bowser Party mode, and now we'll have to be buddy forms of, what else? Chaos Castle. So hope you guys are able to look forward to that, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, fellas. See you guys then.